Have you ever been out in the middle of a dead silent snow-covered landscape and heard it? First, it's a low rumble, a distant growl that seems to come from everywhere at once. Then, you see it, a massive machine, tracks churning, engine roaring, carving a path through feet of snow like it's nothing. It's an awesome sight, a real testament to raw power and heavy engineering. These are the machines that come to mind when most of us think about conquering winter. Giant snowcats, modified tractors, hulking groomers that look like they could move a mountain if they had to. They are the undisputed kings of the snow. But here's a thought. While those big beasts get all the glory, what about the little guys? I'm talking about the unsung heroes of the winter world. The small, often overlooked machines, built not for massive jobs, but for nimble, everyday tasks that keep things moving when the snow gets deep. Most people have never even heard of them. They picture giant diesel-guzzling monsters. But the truth is, a whole world of compact, clever, and downright tough little vehicles exists, each one with its own story of grit and ingenuity. These aren't toys. They're serious tools designed for specific, challenging jobs. So today, we're going to shine a light on these forgotten legends. We'll look at some of the smallest, most surprising snow vehicles ever built. Let's start in Canada, a place that knows a thing or two about harsh winters. Back in the early 1970s, the legendary company Bombardier introduced the BR100. Now, this machine looks small, but it was built for serious work. It was designed to handle trail maintenance remote patrols in deep snow. Under its boxy hood, it had a 4-cylinder engine that gave it just enough power to move its sturdy body and enclosed cabin, even when it was loaded with tools or towing a sled. Its wide rubber tracks chewed through the snow with a deep, rhythmic growl. The BR100 was all business. It had a square cabin, a big windshield, a simple interior with just the basics. But its compact size was its superpower. It could navigate narrow forest trails and groom ski paths where bigger snowcats couldn't go. A fun fact about the BR100 is that even though it's decades old, many are still in service today. You can find them working in the Alps, Alaska, and Northern Europe. Their workhorses that time simply forgot to retire. Another Canadian marvel is the Bohlins Husky. This machine is in a class of its own because you don't even ride on it. They ride on a sled or skis attached behind it. Developed in the early 1960s, the Husky was a walk-behind snow tractor. It was stripped down to the absolute basics. A small engine, a single track, and a set of handlebars for steering. There was no seat, no suspension, and definitely no comfort. It was just a motor and the will to move forward through the snow. The Husky was designed for farmers, hunters, and loggers who needed to get through deep snow without a big, expensive vehicle. Surprisingly, many of these simple machines are still working today across Canada. People restore them and use them, not just for nostalgia, but because they still get the job done in the most no-nonsense way imaginable. Now let's head to the United States. Tucker Snowcat Corporation built something with a charming name, the Snow Kitten. Introduced in 1958, not a toy. A compact version of the legendary Tucker Snowcats used in Antarctic expeditions. Made as a lighter alternative for quick patrols and light cargo transport where bigger machines couldn't go. It had a small 4-cylinder engine and 4 separate tracks for pinpoint maneuvering. It looked like retro sci-fi. Rounded red body and 4 articulated tracks. Incredibly reliable. A favorite of utility crews and forest rangers accessing remote snowy terrain. Today, there's a dedicated following. Enthusiasts restore these machines and show them off at winter festivals. Some are updated with modern tech while keeping their vintage soul. Next, a machine not born for snow, but it learned fast. Meet the Ferret Snow Tractor, originally a British post-war military scout car used for reconnaissance. Creative saw potential and started converting them. Wheels swapped for custom-built tracks in conversion shops. The result? A compact, tank-like snowcrawler straight from a military movie. Tough, armored, with attitude. A powerful 6-cylinder engine. It roars through snow. Mostly conversions by enthusiasts and collectors, but a few saw snowy patrol duty in Canada and Europe. Sometimes, the best inventions come from outside the factory. The homemade mini snow tank is a perfect example. These machines became popular in the 2000s, built in garages by people who wanted a cheap and fun way to get through the winter. They are stripped down to the absolute basics: a small engine, a DIY track often made from repurposed conveyor belts or old tires. The driver doesn't even sit on it. They ride behind on a sled, much like with the Boelens Husky. These little beasts are stubborn. They aren't fast, but they can climb snowy hills and drag sleds full of firewood. A whole online community has popped up around these builds, proving that with a little creativity and a welder, winter doesn't stand a chance.